Welcome to the studio, guys. As you know, I'm right now developing an electronic music live setup with lights that are synced to the live setup. The music part figured out. The light part last time just didn't work. I thought again about the entire concept, and I'll stay today in the studio until it's working. That's my main mission, making that light show work. First up, constructing the backdrop, and then hopefully make it work somehow.
You said run. There's monsters hiding in your bed. It's crazy how the nightmare spreads. I'm in your head now.
The first tricky part is already like the adjusting of it. You can go here into the app, make the second display full screen, and then into advanced settings. And there I can have like an output transformation, and it should take any picture and put it in a circle. I think you can't really see it. I need to make it darker in here. That's much better. So yeah, the adjusting part. So I'm taking a 16:9 picture and I'm transforming it onto a circle, so it gets a little fisheye look, which I like, makes this light show a little more unique. But now, of course, the circle is completely off, so let me try and center it. And since the projector is to the side, it's a short throw projector, so it can be placed in very tight places. I need to even further and further adjust it. It's a little tricky, but once you got it, it's all right. I know it's not a perfect circle, but I'm like the projector, I'm replacing it to another one that can like project a bigger picture on even shorter space. It will be able to do 40 centimeter distance and make a 2.50 m big circle. That's what we're going for. Like, this is the small version. It will be so big that it goes from the ceiling to the floor. And then me standing in front of it, making music live, and not casting a shadow. That's kind of the trippy part. I like that. And then next, starting Ableton, and the hard part is figuring out how to make like the light show program and Ableton communicate together. There's OSC, I could use another computer, there's MIDI, there's a bunch of stuff, and I have certain plans. I want the light show to represent 100%. Let's see how it goes. I think this will probably take an hour or 2 or 3 or 5. I don't know. Like, there's always something going wrong. It's working, guys. It's finally working. It is working. Everything is working. Everything is mapped. Everything works. I can now live perform one entire song, and I can live manipulate the video to it by just making the music. And it looks cool. I mean, like, the assets could be nicer, the 3D graphics, and like, for example, I'm triggering something with the pad and it's just like a circle. This could be way more complex. But it's working, and I think it's impressive. It's like, it really represents the music, and it's freaky and trippy and perfect for a club. I also made the circle a little bigger. So let me throw the picture on there, make it dark again, and showcase it to you. Explain it a little. It's epic, and I'm happy. Like, it's all working. That usually never happens within a day. So just as a warning, there will be a whole lot of flashing lights and flickering to the max. So yeah, the principle is there's like, triggered by the song, depending on the part of the song, there's like a ground layer with some nice graphics going on that is in a loop. And then, for example, let me actually hit play. I can now filter the music, and by filtering, it dims down the light, just with the crossfader. So that's already kind of cool. The synthesizer, when I like when I like open up the cutoff, I have like a foot pedal, expression pedal to do it. It starts introducing a lot of flicker and gone again. So much fun. Then another layer is reverb. It distorts the picture. Then I got actual distortion, which is twitching the picture. And both combined with a little more volume. Next up, reverb and cutoff. And it's like always, it's always on time, it's always beat sync, it's always perfect. I still have to map the entire keyboard, so every key I play will trigger a graphic. I did that already in a very, very simple way with this pad trigger. So for example, triggers right there in the corner. Another, I think it's a hi-hat, triggers that corner as an overlay. Crash, snare, can even note repeat it. And now if I switch to another section of the song, because we're right now in the loop, if I don't do anything, it just loops. I could now jump to the next part of the song, which will trigger another background layer. And here again, cutoff, distortion. I love the distortion. I will use distortion a lot. And cutoff. 100% also cutoff. Now I can jump to the next section, which is still the break section of the song. There's an effect. It will trigger automatically the next part. Hopefully. Yes. And now the cutoff triggers another flash, the red flash. So I can have another trigger for every section. And again, distortion. And there's some more effects. This one freezes. This one right here turns it into a cube and makes it spin. This one is a distortion. This one is a kaleidoscope. This changes the color. And like a spectral kind of effect. And everything dark. Ah, this is so good. So yeah, it's working. It's working. It's working exactly as I wanted it to work. We got pre-done stuff as a background that is interesting. We got a layer on top that represents what I'm doing. And we got effects that change the sound of the song and do something similar to the backdrop. It's just like, wow. And it's like, it didn't crash yet. So far, it's capable of doing one song. Let me check really quick how the CPU usage is, because that's like my biggest concern. Everything else should be okay. It's at, like in Ableton, it's at 16–17% for that one song. I hope it doesn't get more, because I will probably just have more audio and samples. Where's the music? Ah, I forgot I had like the filter on. Yeah, so I hope it will not go above 50%. And then the video app, I don't know how much. Let's check. There's like a CPU activity thing. Okay, it's just using 10% of the computer. So a huge thanks to Apple making these M1 Macs. This would have been never, ever, ever possible on a MacBook Air ever before. It's so crazy. Wait, let me play something. See, jump back again to that intro part. Like that cube effect, even the cutoff is then in the cube. Yeah, but still, okay, it's now using 19%. I'll add another song, and another song, and another song, and it will hopefully still run. If not, I'll have one computer for the visuals, one for the music, and that's good. More songs, better visuals, better representations for samples instead of just like corners. But also that kind of works. And I think people will kind of get with the visual and me performing that I'm actually doing it live. That's an important part. And like just having it so integrated and synced. It's like one. I don't control the lights, I control the music. And again, it's then directly, it's so cool. It's so cool. Let me know if you also are so amazed by it. Like, this is probably one of the coolest things, besides like building the A Studio, that I've done, and a really good idea, I think. Next part is just implementing it, executing it, training a lot, and then the hardest, trying to get some gigs. But that's a whole nother story. Thanks a lot for watching.